DSLR. Woo!
Now the wind's picking up, actually. It's too loud. Maybe I'll move that.
Okay.
I can hear the chickadee too, but it's something like tapping.
Oh. We are down at the park and trails down at the lake here with the dogs. And winter is here, apparently. How cold is it today?
Oh my god, it's Budget Bunny!
But how cold is it today?
Cold.
Oh.
Hey, we're going that way.
So anyways, plan for today is walk the doggies. We actually have a vet appointment today for Murray because his poor ears are infected again, and I'm out of solution, and we're actually transferring them to a vet that's local to us so that we don't have as far of a drive. So they were kind enough to sneak us in today so that we can get him back on his ear medication, and he needs I think he needs his rabies shot. Is a little overdue, so we're gonna do that next, and sewing and house stuff, and that is it. He's so cheeky waiting for her. Hey guys, so we just got back from our walk. Oh my god, is it cold out there. Oh, I hate this. Like, I realize winter is on its way, but it's never this cold this early. Usually it doesn't really get super cold until January-ish, so this has been a bit of a shock for us. I had a quick shower, got my makeup on. We have about half an hour before we have to take Murray to his vet appointment. So I think what I'm gonna do is do an unboxing of our bark box, because this came in the mail 2 days ago and I am so excited. I purchased the annual subscription for the dogs because they had a deal on where whatever subscription you signed up for, you got a free toy for that entire subscription. So something I've been wanting to do for a long time, and it came in the mail. So I think I'm gonna do that, and then we will be off to the vet. We are back from the vet. Murray's been sent home with a whole slew of stuff so we can hopefully get on top of his allergies. But I'm gonna leave that for another video. He's absolutely fine, but it's just that he's always suffered allergies, and this vet, instead of just giving us medication, is actually trying to figure out the cause of it, which is great. So hopefully we can get a handle on it for him and he'll be less uncomfortable. Genevieve's very happy that we're home because she isn't usually left behind. Even when we go to the vets, we normally bring them both in. It's almost 6 o'clock now. Duncan and I need to go grocery shopping very badly. We have absolutely nothing to eat in the house. And last night I tried to pull something together and we ended up just having plain pasta with like seasoning sprinkled on it because we have nothing. So we're gonna go do that, and then we're gonna stop at Pet Value and we're going to pick out a new betta fish and grab some more raw food for the dogs because they only have a few days left. So I got it all cleaned out, and it's had a few days to just kind of sit, aerate. I do have that chlorine remover stuff that I put in, but I just felt it was kind of better to let everything kind of settle and do its work. So yeah, I guess we'll see what kind of selection they've got. As far as names go, I usually pick something that has to do with like the solar system and space. So our last one's name was Neptune, but I'll have to see like what kind of colors our new guy has and pick from that. What are you doing, Doodle? You're a goofball. You're a goofball. What are you doing? What is that doodle doing? What are you doing? You're such a silly boy. Do you want to scratch? Scratch, 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 scratch. Scratch, 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 scratch. Hi, buddy. Alright, so we are back, and this little guy is our newest addition. So they have them in small tanks at the pet store, and they had a whole bunch. I picked this guy because I liked his light coloring. Usually I go for like the reds and blues, so I thought I'd do something completely different this time. I'm just gonna pop him in the tank. I love how he has kind of this iridescent green through his fins a little bit. When the light hits it, you really notice it. So I was going to call him something to do with like constellations or the solar system, and Mr. BB decided on the name Earl. So this is Earl the fish. Please give a warm welcome to Earl. We just picked him up at Pet Value. We don't really have a lot of options for fish places out here, but I do like that they've got them in small tanks instead of in like those tiny plastic cups. And even when they send them home with you, the travel container is still larger than those little plastic cups that you used to see betas in all the time. So he's going in our 5-gallon tank. Our last beta passed away earlier in the spring, and so I think he's going to be pretty excited to have 5 gallons worth of space instead of a 1/4 gallon. Sorry guys, I'm just trying to get my tripod set up here because I've got to tidy everyone out, so I figured I might as well film that. And I realized that I think I forgot to introduce our 2 newest guinea pigs. So I'm just gonna vacuum them all out, tidy them for the night, and then I'm gonna give everyone their veggies. I normally feed veggies in the morning, but like I said, we had nothing in the house and really needed to go grocery shopping, so of course we stocked up on veggies when we're there. So they're gonna get their pellets and their veggies now. So I'll show you guys around a little bit and introduce you to our newest girls. So those of you who watched my guinea pig vet visit video, which I will make sure there's like a card above if you want to watch it, know that we had some issues with our guinea pig Carmela back in the summer, and unfortunately she did pass away. And right around that time we had 2 guinea pigs surrendered to Piggles Rescue, who were actually dumped in a park in the heat of summer in a little cardboard box. And thankfully, before anything bad happened to them, some lovely person found them. And I can't remember if they already knew about Piggles or a quick search online found Piggles Rescue pop up in their area, but they contacted Piggles, who obviously took the girls in. They were in quarantine for a couple weeks, but they seemed to be perfectly fine and healthy. And honestly, they were in pretty good condition when they were found. Their nails had been clipped, they're pretty social and friendly, they just had a bath. So, you know, somebody obviously cared for them at one point. I don't know why the decision was made to just ditch them in a park. That's such a dangerous thing to do. I can never imagine getting rid of my animals, but I mean, if a situation comes up where you absolutely have no choice, the kindest thing that you can do is to contact your Humane Society or local rescue and surrender them. You owe that animal at least that much so that they can find the proper forever home they deserve. So anyways, because I have such a large pen here and Carmela had just passed away, I immediately jumped on the chance to take in these 2 girls, and they are just so sweet. Are y'all waiting for your veggies? Oh my goodness. Hi! So I have named them Esme and Emma. They have been here since middle of August, I believe. They settled in really well. Serafina and Link took to them right away. Juliet took about a month, I think, because Emma was actually quite bossy and Juliet was used to being the boss, and Carmela was actually Juliet's like blood related sister that we had adopted about a year and a half ago together. And then within a month they were all interacting and everything together, and now Juliet runs around with them just like they've always been living together. So everything's going really, really well with them. They are absolutely so sweet. Emma doesn't really like being pet in the cage, but she's very social and curious and will run up to see you. My favorite thing about her is that she gets really excited for me to clean out the cage. She almost always runs laps and popcorns while I'm vacuuming. It's really cute. And then Esme is an absolute doll. She loves her head pet and she loves chin tickles like Finny. So honestly, I know her coloring is a little different and she doesn't have the long floofy butt hair that Finny had, but her personality and a lot of her like little traits really reminds me of her. So those are our two newest piggies. We have a herd of 5 in this pen, and then we have Tristan and Kodiak in our big DIY cage. They are both doing great as well. Kodiak is coming up on his first birthday. I believe he was born December 23rd. They are ridiculously close. Tristan cannot be without his Cody. Like he is just so attached to him. But the one thing that I will say that drives me crazy is that when Kodiak started to reach sexual maturity and start rumbling and stuff, one of the ways that Tristan exerted his dominance was to barber Kodiak's hair. And Kodiak is a Texel. He has beautiful curly hair. All along his back now, the hair is only maybe an inch long, so it doesn't even get the curl in it. Kodiak kind of looks like he has a mullet now because he's all like business on top and then party in the back. Like his butt hair is still all long and curly. So I mean, there's not really anything I can do about that, but it's a bit of a shame because Kodiak has like the most beautiful hair. Like literally as his hair grew, I was super jealous of this pig's hair. So but otherwise they're all doing great together. By the way, I just want to point out quickly, their hay bag is empty because I just had shaken it out and I haven't put new hay in. They're just eating their pellets right now, and when I'm done filming I have to go out to the garage to get some more hay. And all of the rabbits are really doing well. Ollie is on Medicam twice a day now, just for arthritis pain management. He was having a really hard time getting around in the summer, so we did go to the vets with him a couple times, and once we figured out the dosage he needed, he's really bounced back and he's very much like his old self. You wouldn't really notice that anything's wrong. So the Medicam is doing the trick. Him and Willow are almost 9 years old. Honey is turning 8 next week or the week after. Her birthday's coming up too. And then when Sebi was surrendered to the Toronto Humane Society, I believe they put his birthday down in January, but I don't know if that was just they made his birthday his intake date. We adopted him in March, so I usually celebrate his gotcha day. So in that case, Sebi is 5.5, I believe, and he'll be 6 this coming March because we will have had him 3 years. Yeah, so I believe that's right. I think he was 3 when we adopted him. I'd have to double check. So anyways, that's what's going on in the pet room right now. I've got some more housework to do, so I'm gonna leave these guys for the night now that I know that they're all settled. I hope that you enjoyed meeting Esme and Emma. I'm really glad these two are here to stay with us, and I love having this little herd of 5. And it's really cute how now they really have like the routine down. So like that clip I showed you of them all waiting at the door for their food. I love stuff like that. Sometimes I'll hear like this tiny little scratching and I'll turn around and it's Juliet's got her paws. She's pawing the door because she wants her food. So. Hey guys, so it is about 10 after 11. You can see behind me, they're both asleep on the bed. We did have another rescue mission of love come in tonight from Istanbul. I'm a longtime volunteer with Golden Rescue, and we take in displaced Goldens within Canada and then as well as other places in the world. We've gone to Mexico and Egypt and different places like that, but Istanbul was kind of where we first reached out, so we try to get as many as we can out of there. Anyways, the next kind of group of dogs is Harry Potter themed, so I was all over that. So normally one of the other people on our team does the pre-flight posters, and then I do all of the like video slideshow collages of the photos we get in of the dogs. Just kind of splits up the work because it is a lot of work when these dogs come in. And we want to share as much of their journey with everyone as possible too, because we want to generate interest and find these dogs their forever homes. And anyways, though, when I found out it was Harry Potter themed, I think the next 3 or 4 missions are Harry Potter themed. I was like, I will do everything. I want to do everything. I'm so excited. So I've had a lot of fun designing and setting up all of those. So laundry never ends at our house between Mr. BB and my stuff and then all of the pet laundry. I'm always doing laundry, and also because we have dogs and we let them on the bed and stuff, like I'm always washing blankets and things. Just because I love my dogs and I want them to have access all around my house doesn't mean that I want everything in my house to smell like dogs or to wake up in a pile of dog fur. So that is what I'm going to be doing for the next little while. I do have another load downstairs and I'm washing some bedding right now that's going through. Anyways, so that is what's going on with that. Okay guys, so it is almost 1 o'clock. I just finished putting away that last set of laundry. There were a lot of loads in there, so that's why it's taken me so long. I watched Elf while I was putting away the laundry, so at least I was entertained. I've just come down to check on Earl and turn off his light, as well as get the next load of laundry in. So I think I'll leave this vlog here for tonight. I hope you enjoyed Vlogmas Day 4, and how about I leave you with a little more of Earl. Bye!
You saw the space, eh?
Pardon me?
It's probably almost all that space.
No.